and girls, it's that time of the month again. Greetings Gaslanders, and welcome to this, the results and review video of Gaslands UK's monthly die-cast modelling competition, with me, your host, Matt Reeve. We're running a little behind this month, for which I apologise profusely. I've had some last-minute work abroad. Such is the jet-set life of a man who makes giant puppets for a living when he's not pandering to the whims of you lot. And of course, fellow admin Colin Harvard is presently living in a beach hut on Great Yarmouth seafront with his wife and 12 children, whilst a team of Eastern European builders with hard hats and high-vis jackets dismantle his home and give him a perfect excuse not to finish any of his modelling challenges he's supposed to be taking me on in. Anyway, to rectify this, and hopefully future-proof it from further disaster, we've press-ganged the illustrious Mr. Benjamin Pop of BP Creations into the warm, sweaty folds of our admin bosom. And as many of you may already know, he's an American in Japan, and we're making him an honorary Brit. So expect him to start saying, "All right, mate," and "cheers" at every opportunity, just to try and fit in. Glad to have you on board, Ben. Alright, there's no time to muck about, no dilly-dallying this month. We're going to get straight in and announce this month's sponsor, who is, of course, Dashlands. No, that's nothing to do with small German dogs. It is in fact the brainchild of this month's judge, Adam Fold. For those of you Gaslanders who've been living under a rock, Dashlands are the perfect pocket pal when it comes to needing high-quality printed dashboards to record your vehicle's stats on. They come in two different sizes, a multitude of designs, and each based around a different Gaslands in-game sponsor. They can be used as they are, or you can slip them into a protective case, each sold separately, and use a dry wipe marker, and so they can be utilised time and time again. They are well worth checking out if you want to go visit his website. But luckily, we have 3 lucky winners who are going to get to take some home with them. In first place this month are 20 oversized Dashlands cards, the extra big ones. In second place, we have 15 oversized Dashlands cards. And in third place, 10 oversized Dashlands cards. Brilliant. Lovely stuff. So it is, of course, the Halloween month, and as is now traditional, we've got a slightly Halloweeny theme. And this month's theme, Run VT, let's find out what it is. Well, it's positively diabolical. We're looking for vehicles fit for the devil himself, demonic and possessed rides that are ready to raise hell on Earth in order to make it to Mars. They could be cartoony, or they could be realistic. They could be distorted, anthropomorphized horrors, or pink and fleshy monstrosities. Tentacled monster trucks, or perhaps flaming freeway fighters possessed with a spirit of carnage. Whatever you do, don't turn your back on this challenge, as it promises to be flaming good fun. So, best we get on and announce who's taking part this month. There's quite a few of you. We had 39 entries. Some new players to the game, some old familiar faces, and some fresh meat. Aaron Northrup, Adam Pollard, Alan Setab, Anthony J. Adams, Bart Van Shake, Benjamin Pop, Danny Mattes, Daryl Buckmaster, David Bissett, David Robinson, Derek Green, Death Machine Christoph Maletz, Graham Hendry, Hado Peus, Hermione Ratavara, Ian Barham, Jamie Titcomb, Jason Thompson, Jimmy G, John Haynes, Keith McAvoy, Kilgore MJ, Coria Corgan, Matt Andrews, Mattis Zagar, Michael Mersey, Mikhail Togner, Molinaro Dominique, Nicholas Ewan Archibald, Nur Iskander bin Nurudin, Richard Hubbard, Ricky Williams, Shane Hurd, Stephen Griffith Orr, Steve Ashjack Burton, Tony Peacock, Vermilion Dieter, and Zach Steiner. Kicking us off this month is Aaron Northrup with a solid little build here. This is a Hell's Taxi Cab, possessed and melded with the demonic souls of the damned cabbies. These taxis run day in and day out, carrying the countless sinners towards their eternal punishment. And he's modelled this to great effect. Really like those ethereal flames and some effects that you use there. Well done, Aaron. That's a great start off. Adam Pollard. Lollipops, ice creams, treacle tarts. He's done a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang inspired vehicle. Presumably he steals the enemy's cars when they drive in there. Great use of lollipop sticks. My only real criticism is just to say it doesn't really fit the brief of demonic or possessed. But other than that, it's a nice bit of fun. Congratulations. Alan Sitab. Is that Bates? Is your name really Bates? Alan Bates has done this spooky beast. Reminds me of something out of Ghostbusters cartoon. Nice use of these hands all over it, and tails and arms, reaching out and grasping for the enemy. Fantastic. It's certainly very ghostly. I think that's a very successful and original design. Congrats, Alan. Anthony J. Adams, or I should say, from Australia, has done this Ed Roth-inspired vehicle. I love the rubber guy on the top with his eyes popping out his head. Handle the gear shift, skull gear shift. There's also a very creative diorama that goes with Anthony's build. Well worth checking out in the comments section in the Gaslands group. Bart Van Shake. Bart's back. Bart's calling his build the Headless One, and you can see him. You can see the Headless Horseman who's popping out of the bonnet of this possessed Chevy. With this, quite subtle this one, I think. Tombstone wrapped up on the back and some nice details. It's a great little build. Well done, Bart. Benjamin Pop's entry this month. I love this one. Eyeballs! It's absolutely covered in eyeballs. This armoured panelled van with these handmade eyeballs. This beautiful blood. I think the bleeding bullet holes, the peeled back metal. Very nicely executed, Ben. Congrats. And of course, like a lot of his builds, if you want to see how Ben put this one together, you should go check out his channel, BP Creations, on YouTube. Would you Adam and Eve it? It's Danny Mattes. And he has done this Garden of Eden, Original Sin inspired campervan. Flamer snake on the roof. The forbidden fruit there. What an original idea. I think it's great. I love the twin miniguns in the front. That's a nice touch. This coiled barbed wire. Congratulations. Great job.
Yeah, Shub Niggurath, the black goat of the woods with 1,000 young.
Daryl Buckmaster has graced us with an H.P. Lovecraft inspired, tentacled, dripping, demon-eyeballed, gizzard-flapping monster. I love it. I absolutely love it. The details. Lovecraft sat in there. The eyeballs, wonderful, wonderful. It's something the great old ones would be proud of. David Bousset's bug, ghostly bug, with a brain and an eyeball, really reminds me of something from the Ghostbusters cartoon. I think this is a fantastic job. It hinges back and is a giant gaping maw ready to gulp down any enemies. I think that brain in the back seat is hilarious. I think it's a really nice touch, and that green paint scheme it's very subtle, but it absolutely works. And I think you've done a marvellous job there. Well done, David. First time entrant David Robinson, Robo, has joined the gang, and what a fantastic piece of grim, dark, death-dealing machinery we've got here. A mysterious stranger in his diorama seems to be pouring blood into the car's engine. Diorama is very atmospheric. Great job. Derek Green has an impish little build here with these demonic figures sat on the back. The engine is chained into the bonnet. Such a shame we've only taken photos with a flash. I think it would look a lot better under some lights. Another first time entrant, we have Christophe Malletz, also known as Death Machine, and he has created this Cenobite style car, I believe it is. It looks like something come out straight out of Hellraiser. These hooks and chains, making it crawl across the ground like a sort of octopus. Oh, excellent work.
We'll float down here.
Graham Hensley has presumably been inspired by Stephen King's It. Here we have Pennywise, and he appears to be drilling somebody headfirst into the ground. An interesting take on the classic clown car. Well done. Hardo has joined us again. This time he has grafted this strange evil demon onto a beetle to great effect. I think it's great. What a Frankenstein creation he's made. Great job, Hardo. Another first time entrant to Car of the Month is Hermione Rativara. Unfortunately, Hermione's only given us one photo, so using a bit of industrial light magic. Oh look, we can see the other side of the car. I'm presuming that is what is on the other side of the car. Well done. Ian Barham returns with the Pox car, I believe, this month. It looks like it's rotting, Ian. Congratulations, you've achieved your goal there. Lots of different figures, I think, mashed into that. Pustulant buboes. And of course, no Ian Barham creation would be the same without a scene with a mantis in. Jamie's entry suffers from having far too small photos. I don't know what happened there, Jamie, in your submissions, but I'm enjoying what I see. We've got a beetle that has a skeletal rat on the front. It's a Skaven model from Games Workshop, and those bat-like wings. Jason Thompson has gone for a bit of gore. Lots of spikes, a bit of a bloody mess. I like the way Jason has done these threads of flesh between these spikes. It's all nicely sticky and pretty disgusting. Congratulations, Jason. Jimmy G, gone for a classic flaming monster here. I do like the crackle effects that he's put on the paint on the roof. That's very nice. And these 3D printed flaming skulls that are bursting out of the sides really makes it nice and really makes it very dramatic. It's a dramatic monster truck. Nice work, Jimmy. John Haynes appears to have taken some Games Workshop bits and pieces and put them to great use in this dirty little greasy build. It's pretty simplistic, but it works, considering it's quite a basic build, but I think very effective, making the best use of a minimal amount of extra parts and its dirty paint job. Keith McAvoy has gone with a chain-wrapped car, some little demon horns on top and some blood-red stained windows this month. Come on, Keith, it'd be great to see you try some dry brushing next month. Really would have lifted this one. Kilgore has made a killer blancmange for us. I think top marks for the concept. Just a shame about the execution. You can't quite see those details underneath. It's lost under that modelling clay. Coria Corgan, the Frenchman with the Irish sounding name, has made a lovely thing. This is I do like this. A Necronomicon seems to be strapped to the front of the bonnet. The barbed wire, this giant cartoonish skull. Nicely done. Matt Andrews has created a crazy beast. A combination of modelling clay, various models and miniatures that he's put. Bit of a Guillermo del Toro vibe from this one. Congratulations, well done. Mata Zagar has gone out and out Silent Hill, the Silent Hill computer game. We've got a representation of Pyramid Head here with his giant blade. This is Pyramid Head's car, and it looks like he's got a griddle on top where he's been cooking that meat. Michael Mersey, well, this is what happens if you can't. You enter lastminute.com. Michael Mersey has set fire to his car, slapped some brown paint and some machine guns on it, and submitted it as it is. I mean, it's quite effective, to be honest. I like it. Mikhail Togner. Now, look at this. This is like something straight out of a scene from The Thing, or a John Carpenter, a Cronenberg film. He did say this was Cronenberg-inspired body horror. Look at that dripping, bloody, flesh-rendered Corvette. I mean, that's something to behold. It really is. Congratulations, Mikhail. Molinaro Dominique, the master of the surreal, the beautiful paint, the stunning sculpture. You've done it again, Molinaro. That is just, it makes me feel a bit sick looking at it. That sort of grotesque cloaca that's pooing out a Cadbury's Topic bar. Those orifices, the teeth. Great stuff, Molinaro. Nicholas, you and Archibald, put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Ooh, ooh. It's the most happy yet scary monster truck I think I've ever seen. It's a rubbish truck, a refuse vehicle, and it even glows in the dark for an extra spooky factor. Nur Iskandar bin Nurudin has done the world's most evil Batmobile. We've got a classic 60s Batmobile here with these, I think they're from a Tyranid kit, aren't they? Games Workshop bits and bobs all over here. Some nice bit of rust, some fluorescent colours, and then this flaming skull driver. Love it. Richard Hubbard, you've gone to town this month, Richard. Wow, the amount of work that's gone into this one. Is a land train with this giant dragon steam locomotive up the front. There's this giant, massive, oversized Punisher vehicle monster truck on the side, and then this trailer at the back. A mashup of all sorts of things. Five Nights at Freddy's, they seem to be in there. Freddy Fazbear. That looks like a scene from The Shining. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Two spooky little girls. So many details. So much hard work has gone to that. Well done. Ricky's broken out the milliput to create this tentacled slug beast mini. I like it. It's got bags of character. The teeth especially. Congratulations. Not as much detail and time spent on it as your hermit crab build, but still lots of fun nonetheless. Shane Hurt has gone for a classic mashup of a vehicle with demonic horns and wings, and well, it's part car, part demon here. Definitely, there's definitely a possessed vehicle. He's got some sigils painted onto the roof, and a nice little diorama. Stephen Griffith Orr, a lot of work has gone into this. He's created this car rising from the grave, surrounded by tentacles and clawed hands, and it glows. He's put LEDs in it underneath. And thousands of little leaves. It's a beautiful little work of art. Congratulations, Stephen. Greyfriars Bobby there. Steve House Jack Burton. Wow, well that makes up for the other month, Steve, Jack, whatever your name is. I love this. Monster truck all mashed together. Loads of different bits. Sort of a Frankenstein-y feel to it with the electrical, that's it, the steampunk and Frankenstein vibe. Not sure if it's possessed, but it looks great. Well done. Tony Peacock has spent all his time and effort on a glowing engine. I mean, this is a great, neat, tidy build. It's not really saying demonically possessed, but that's a lot of effort has gone into making that engine glow. Vermeer and Dieter. Very cartoony, tentacled build again. This looks like something out of the real Ghostbusters. The bright, vibrant colours work particularly well. He's put some buboes and open sores on there. Great use of that vehicle. Zack Steiner has... it's like a giant squid has been mashed together with a monster truck. And it's kidnapped. This poor woman is being dragged away by her head. It really does remind me of the monster truck movie with the weird creatures that are inside it. Nice little diorama, some great little action shots here. It's quite terrifying. And last but not least is Maciej Metrak, who was too late to be involved in the competition this month, but nonetheless has made this beautiful, tidy little build that's based on a little-known Eastern European vampire film. It's a car run on blood. And I love it. It's some lovely little details in there. The guy with a bucket of blood, the razor saw on the front, the buzz saw. Fantastic. And so, after all that, let's find out who are the winners from this month, as chosen by Adam Fold, our judge, jury and executioner from Dashlands. In first place, we have Mikhail Togner. Come on down, Mikhail. Well done. Check it out. This is just a gloriously bloody mess of a car. That double shell, two cars on top of each other, the fantastic use of gore effects. It really does feel like something out of a horror film. Certainly demonic, devilish, and pretty damn evil. So congratulations, Mikhail, on your first ever car of the month and your first ever win. In second place this month is Molinaro Dominique. Come on, Molinaro. How could it not be? Look at this. Your mind, my friend, is just absolutely insane. The detail, the execution of the paint, the use of recycled materials, it feels like something out of a Hieronymus Bosch painting. You truly are a master of the surreal and the sublime. And then in third place this month is John Haynes. Congratulations, John. Another first-time entrant who has scored. Our judge seemed to particularly like this one. He was very impressed by your simplistic use of recycled Games Workshop parts and a very effective paint job. And yeah, Blanche-esque, touch of John Blanche. If you don't know who that is, you need to Google him. Old Hammer fans will know exactly what I'm talking about. And then also honourable mentions, no prizes, but honourable mentions to Stephen Griffith Orr. His fantastically spooky diorama of tentacles, lights, cameras and action. David Robinson, his little diorama and vehicle, which really has a lot of atmosphere. Just a shame those photos weren't a bit clearer. And Benjamin Pop with his marvellous eyeball car. But unfortunately, the last time Ben is going to be allowed to enter as a contestant, because he's now joined us on our admin team. Well done, Ben. Looking forward to taking the piss out of you. Alright, girls and boys, that's all from me, Matt Reeve. Buy me a coffee if you think I deserve it. Buy some t-shirts if you want to look the coolest dude or dudette on your street. Don't forget to come and join us, facebook.com/groups Gaslands UK, where it's all going on. And take care. Lots of love. See you soon. Goodbye. Wasteland.